Joining me on the broadcast is my colleague and Deputy Managing Editor Karthikeya Sharma. Karthikeya, the suspense, one of those states, it has been lifted. What's going to happen for Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh? Well, we'll have to wait and find out. But what is it that you're picking up from your sources, and what are the larger implications of somebody like a Vishnu Deo Sai, a tribal face now?
Sai comes from Kunkuri Assembly of Chhattisgarh. That's one. The tribal community has the largest population in the state, and Sai belongs to this community. That's number two. After Ajit Jogi, no one from this community became the chief minister. But Ajit Jogi, Kabir, let me tell you, was a Christian tribal chief minister. Now, Vishnu Deo Sai has been BJP president of the unit of Chhattisgarh from 2020. I'm giving you these basic details so that people understand that there is a decision why this has been taken.
Right.
Vishnu Deo Sai is the MLA from Kunkuri, as I mentioned. Before the legislative party meeting today, there was a discussion which Raman Singh and Organization General Secretary Pawan Sai was there. Now, you would be very surprised to know that why Vishnu Deo Sai. This marks a generation shift in Bharatiya Janata Party. There used to be a joke, and the joke was that when it comes to Congress and BJP, there is no generation shift in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. But that generation shift has started to take place in BJP. From 2000 onwards, there are three phases which dominated these three states: Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, and Madhya Pradesh. In Bharatiya Janata Party, it's Vasundhara Raje Scindia. From Congress, it was Ashok Gehlot. He continued. In Chhattisgarh, it was Raman Singh, 3 times chief minister.
Right.
Congress, there was a massacre, Naxalites killed the top leader, then came Bhupesh Baghel. Madhya Pradesh, for 25 years, Kamal Nath, Digvijay Singh, they have been dominating from Congress. And from Bharatiya Janata Party, it has been, as we all know, the very popularly known Shivraj Singh Chauhan, known as Mamaji. So Bharatiya Janata Party at a level, from the central level, wanted to create space for new faces. They wanted to create new politics. Indira Gandhi used to do that. She made A.R. Antule chief minister of Maharashtra. Strong party with a strong prime minister, with a strong, robust organization, has the capacity to do it. So it is for this reason I'm saying that this generational shift has taken. Vishnu Deo Sai is the new CM of, will be the new CM of Chhattisgarh, because BJP has the majority. So I can say he's the new CM of Chhattisgarh. So there's a generation shift that has happened. If you look at UP, generation shift happened. If you look at Jharkhand, generation shift happened. Generation shift has happened in Gujarat. Prime Minister Modi did it twice. It has happened in Maharashtra. It has happened in Haryana, Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir. But Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, it did not happen. So I think what Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah are initiating is a generation shift. And it's a new calculus. When a lot of people say, sorry, I'll just take 1 minute and we can have a...
That's absolutely fine. I mean, that's absolutely fine. This kind of inference is exactly what the viewers need at the moment. And, whilst you're at it,
A lot of
Karthikeya...
people said, why this generation shift? Arey, bhai, the election of the president of India, Draupadi Murmu, was on the issue of tribals.
Right.
A lot of academics, a lot of people would say that the tribals are disempowered in this country because tribals never had an Ambedkar. Now you would say, ki, Arey, ye kaisi baat kar di aapne? Ambedkar politically galvanized the Dalits of this country. It was the Ambedkarite politics which created people like Kanshiram. Tribals had a lot of small leaders. They are fractured, fragmented throughout the India. They are the so-called, and I don't use the word original community, they are the primordial community, in the sense their interaction, their linkage with nature is far stronger than people in rural and urban India, because they live with the forest. So it is in this context, Draupadi Murmu was the first step the Bharatiya Janata Party took in getting tribals. If you look at the results of 2014, 2019, maximum seats BJP has won in ST and SC category. So I am not surprised with Vishnu Deo Sai. But Vishnu Deo Sai represents a new politics which BJP is doing. It's directly, the Prime Minister is an OBC face. It is now trying to give this message that, boss, we are not going to give nominal representation to tribals, which is constitutional position. What is a nominal representation of a oppressed caste? You give a constitutional position. But this is an executive position which the tribal has got. You can count Dalit chief ministers, you can count OBC chief minister. It is difficult to count purely tribal chief ministers in rest of India. It's not like Northeast. You have Hemant Soren, who is Shibu Soren's son in Jharkhand, but that's about it. So I think it's a good thing to be done. I wouldn't even say masterstroke strategy. I'm not going to debase tribal empowerment. I think it's an important thing to have happened. That tribal is at in command of things.
All
That's
right.
very important.
All right. Karthikeya, just one last thing before we let you go. This generational shift that you're talking about, I mean, of course, this is going to expand into a bigger debate as to what's going to happen in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh if this generational shift is being kept in mind. But with the tribal face now, a clear stroke ahead of the parliamentary elections next year. But also, what many people are also, suggesting in various reports, that a few MLAs have raised objections to this decision as well. Now, internal rumblings in Chhattisgarh, how do you think that's going to pan out? Are we going to see 2 or 3 deputy chief ministers? क्योंकि सबका ख्याल तो रखना पड़ेगा भारतीय जनता पार्टी को भी.
देखिए, विष्णु देव साय का कोई तोड़ नहीं है. लोग क्रिप कर सकते हैं, पीपल कैन से आपने क्यों बना दिया, बट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट द भारतीय जनता पार्टी इज पिकिंग अप ग्राउंड लीडर्स. चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ हरियाणा used to be a pracharak. Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh came from I would say, the grassroots. He lost the election, Bharatiya Janata Party, but the Chief Minister, look at the earlier Chief Minister of Tripura. All of them were faceless workers. So it is very important that those who make a lot of noise in Delhi are not the one who are getting share of power in states. So see, if you look at him, what does he say? Vishnu Deo Sai का जन्म छत्तीसगढ़ राज्य में जशपुर के बगिया गांव के किसान परिवार में हुआ था, गांव में हुआ था. उनकी उच्च माध्यमिक शिक्षा लयोला उच्चतर माध्यमिक विधायक कुनकुरी जशपुर छत्तीसगढ़ से प्राप्त की. He didn't come here. He didn't come to St. Stephen's Hindu College. So you have to see where these people, where the stock is coming from. So I'm more excited, and I would be very surprised as to who is going to be the chief minister in Rajasthan, who's going to be the chief minister in Madhya Pradesh. I'm really excited about that. But we have to understand that the social engineering is not a static phenomena. Social engineering in India means that you continue to empower those who are disempowered. Tomorrow, upper caste can be disempowered. You will empower them. Dalit was a monolithic constituency, but it has been broken into Jatav and non-Jatav. So this type of social engineering which is happening should be a wake-up call, because ultimately, a party which was a pan-India party is reduced and fragmented everywhere in this country, and a party which was labeled as a party, this is very important. I must quote this and then I'll rest my point. I read this in Nirja's book, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, I think after 1980, he was traveling, I think he was going to Punjab, some North Indian state. So there was a joke, the line was that, someone said, यहाँ बनिए हैं. कहने का मतलब है कि यहाँ बहुत सारे लोग, यहाँ पार्टी में अभियान चल रहा था. He used the word. So Atal Bihari Vajpayee said that's the problem. Basically, he said our social base had to increase. The issue is that BJP's social base under Hindutva has become diverse. We have to see it in a larger context, which is subaltern Hindutva, which is inclusive. Yes, it has an edge which is antagonistic to Muslim. But if you look at from the political sense, from the context of the larger fragmentation within Hinduism, it is different. It unites. Unlike left politics, which says hak wapas lenge. So you one against the other. So sociologically, when you are empowering these segments, you are incorporating them in your language. So the Hindutva, which people would say is reflection of only upper caste, is a rainbow coalition of backward caste. You look at BJP spokespersons. So what is happening in Chhattisgarh is not an upward. It's not an exception. It's happening throughout. It's just that someone needs to piece it together to see that the maximum representation of BJP organizationally is going to OBCs, backwards, and tribals.
Right, you're absolutely right. And interestingly, this is happening at a day when Mayawati has named a successor and dynastic politics is happening.
Absolutely, spot on.
Precisely.